Hello, Class 2H. Good morning. So I hope you have watched the fable, The Thirsty Crow, and you've thought about who are the characters in it and the setting. So obviously the main character is the crow. It is taking place in a forest, and we've done lots of work at this point on character and setting. So if you needed to rewrite the story, you've got lots of things that you know how to think about to describe a character and a setting. Today, we're going to look at the problem. And if you watched it, you've probably guessed that the problem for the crow is he's really thirsty and he can't manage to get any water out. So that is our problem. Tomorrow, we're going to look at solution, but I'm sure you've guessed what his solution was. That's right. He put loads of little pebbles into the water to make the water level rise so he could have a drink. Okay, so thinking about problem. Let's go on to our next slide. If you look at this, try and think about the problem like a mountain. The problem gets introduced at the peak of the mountain. We've been introduced to the character, we've kind of learned a little bit about the setting, and now we want to know what's going to go wrong in the story or what we're going to hear about. So it's like the climax of the story or the top, so that people have to think about in your story, well, I wonder what's going to come next. So it's always good to remember this little mountain in your head when you're thinking about a story. All right, so we're going to think about how we come up with different problems today. Have a look at this image. It's a beautiful image, isn't it? So your story could be about how beautiful this place is, and you could just be telling the person all about it. But if it's a story like a fable, you might want to come up with lots of possible things that could go wrong. So Miss Takens has done some brainstorming, just simply looking at this photo. So maybe a huge ship of pirates arrive on the island. Think of all the things you could write about pirates. Maybe the fish have sharp teeth and start to attack the boat. It starts to sink. Maybe there's a character, a man, and he's badly sunburned and he's blisters all over his body. Not much shade on that island. Maybe the sky turns black and a storm hits. You could write a lot about that, couldn't you? Maybe the man is starving, your character in the story is starving and has no food. There's nothing on the island. How will he solve that problem? Maybe the boat floats away and your character's left stranded. My goodness, how would we go and find a stranded man? These are lots of problems. So this image has given us lots of ideas about how we could write about a problem in a story. So what I want you to do today, boys and girls, is have a think, have a look at these images and tell me what comes into your head. Think about possible problems. They can be as crazy as you want, okay? You can either record an audio and tell me about them, or you could write a few sentences. If you're writing, don't forget to use lots of adjectives. Have fun.